Good morning.
Welcome
to
Hi.
the Roscoe's viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16.
Word. Have we got quite the show in store for you tonight?
How we doing, Roscoe? Are we ready for a good time?
Of course.
I said, are we ready for a good time? Gorgeous.
Yes.
Do you want to bring out our special guest?
I do. I'm so excited that she's here. She's the lips on everybody's name. Please the name on everybody's lips. I'm so excited. Please make some noise for Dawn.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Ow.
How are we feeling? How we doing? How's it cooking?
We just woke up,
Oh my
Diva.
God! Thank
Word.
you. Hi. Oh my God! Wait, this is fun.
You made it, girl.
Yes. Dawn, welcome to the Roscoe stage. Welcome to Chicago.
Hey.
How does it feel being here as the true villain of Season 16, Diva?
It feels like I look kind of cunt. I don't know.
Yes. Word.
Lots of drape. No, let's unpack. What is a villain to you, right? Is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing?
Well, the way you're doing it, it's a lovely thing.
perfect
Exactly. I saw some article that was like, Dawn is the most lovable villain we've ever seen. I was like,
True.
I'll take that. Sure, why not?
You know what I think was so good about it is that it just came out of nowhere. It was just like,
Well, ask my family. No, it didn't. They knew what was coming.
oh, she's strategic.
Baby, you should see me at Thanksgiving dinner.
You are that girl. Okay.
Word.
Really quick before we get this shindig started, I want to say YouTube, if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and push that subscribe button. And if you are not a VIP member, I would like to encourage you to be a VIP member. Can you let them know how they can do that?
Yeah, hit join right there somewhere on the YouTube page for $1.99. That's it.
Okay, so actually you go to the description all the way at the bottom. There's a link. Click on that link, and that will take you to pay the $1.99. And
you
it doesn't say join nowhere. So just so you know, it doesn't say join anywhere. It's a link at the bottom of the description.
And
click on it and go pay the $1.99.
And
Thank
then
you
you
very
can
much.
view us on Friday.
No,
What
and
did
it's
I
really-
subscribe to then?
It's
Bitch,
really
you're paying $1.99 for something else, girls. Somebody's OnlyFans, boo. Because it's not this.
It's really
I only
easy.
know
I
this.
pay for it.
What'd you say?
I'm a VIP member.
Are you?
Yes.
Word.
I paid for it because I wanted to watch Plasma's episode, and then she chopped my outfit, and I said, "Fuck this."
Well, listen, we have tons and tons of questions for you. Some come from our VIP members, actually, and then some that we have come up with ourselves that we really want to know about. But before we do that, everyone got food, drinks, all that good stuff. Yes? Gorgeous. I live. Okay. How much time do we have? Is it on?
We're
It's
on.
All right,
Is it
fuck, we're starting.
happening?
Let's go.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Wow, I'm excited.
Okay. Now, before we get into what we just saw, we're going to go and backtrack a little bit to last week. We saw the lip sync. That was one fucking iconic lip sync.
Bitch, that shit was crazy.
How was it on set, witnessing it, the dress over, everything?
Well, first of all, I was drunk. So let's start there, okay? And when I tell you, she was spinning, and threw that dress on morphine, I thought she was gonna break her fucking back or something. I was concerned. I was like, where's the medic? Are we good? And then morphine just whipped it around, threw it off. She threw a tit at her. Did y'all see that?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Like, they were like, it was like dirty. Like, it was like a dirty, dirty lip sync. But I lived. I was eating it up. I thought it was fierce.
Did it come off like that? Like, they're like, oh, this is dirty. This is bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not bad.
But yeah,
it was
naughty
dirty
bad.
doesn't mean
Naughty
a bad
bad.
thing.
No,
Yeah.
no, naughty bad, you know.
No, but it was definitely like being there, watching it. You're like, oh, these girls know each other, so they're comfortable kind of punching each other in the face, if you will.
Yeah, because we're like, you know, Ru has said this is not a contact sport. So we're like, how is she going to receive that? You know what I mean?
Well, you know what's fair, though? I don't think either of them made contact with each other. They just threw things at each other.
That is still assault.
Drag is a projectile sport.
There you go.
No, but I live, bitch. It was sickening.
Were you like, okay, I think morphine got this? Or was it like one of those you just didn't know?
Oh my God, it was Maya's fourth lip sync. I was like, thank God it's morphine, so some bitch can send her home. I was like, who's gonna do it? Because it's time, baby. The clock is ticking.
Okay, so the lip sync happens. You go. Everything is done, and you get backstage, and Q has this
The sourest
just
look.
my goodness,
Girl.
like.
Well, was it the look or the filler? Ooh. Just kidding, Diva. Just kidding.
Oh,
it's
so
a joke. It's
so
a
it's
joke.
a resting phase.
Did we get to see all of Q's reaction to them not winning?
Yes, because her entire reaction was silence. She was just plucked. She was more plucked than I have ever seen someone be plucked. And I'm like a really big fan of this show. And, you know, who knows what they edit out, but I was like, this might be the most plucked that anyone has ever been on this fucking show. Like, even, like, Jan's face crack face was more iconic, maybe, but I think Q was more pissed.
No, it was probably the most obvious one. Like, no one's like, no, I think she's all right. No, she was pissed.
No, and then also, what they didn't show was that before she started talking, we all sit down in the couches, and Q is literally sitting on the couch, like, facing, like...
Not bad.
And we were like, Q, do you want to talk about it? And she was like, no, I'm good. We were like, okay, so unfortunately, that's not how this works. So if you'd like to talk about it, we're here.
Well, from what we saw, Saphira did have a slight fumble, and Plain Jane and Q just ran through it smoothly.
Oh.
Did you agree that Saphira should have took the win, or maybe the other two?
Oh, I mean, I personally thought it was Q and Plains. But, like, when Saphira won, I was like, okay, yeah, I believe it. You know, it wasn't like, what the fuck? Like, it wasn't like that, to me, at least.
Am I the only one that thought Nymphia did really well? I thought, like, she's the one that I literally laughed out loud the most.
Yeah.
But I thought Q and Plain. Yeah. I thought theirs was, like effortless.
I
Like,
guess-
You know what I mean?
It was
guess
because half of the material was stolen.
Oh.
Wait, what you mean?
And here's a clip of clips.
Well, never mind.
You didn't see that? That was that.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
MTV.
Oh, it's back.
And we're back.
Whoa. That was crazy.
No, we're seeing y'all start this challenge. Y'all have to build a bathroom, essentially. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a bathroom.
And you have to do this with Nymphia, who, when she doesn't know something, relies on other people to get it done for them. How much did you have to help the diva out this time?
So, me and Nymphia actually had a pretty good flow going on because in the designing of the bathroom, that's kind of more, at this point, more of an aesthetic thing, right? And so, like, she had good aesthetic ideas, I had good aesthetic ideas. So we were really kind of bouncing off of each other pretty well there. The Fart Museum, the Museum of Modern Fine Art, I think it's so fun. I literally was so obsessed. Like, we were cooking. We were cooking. I don't know.
Okay, so you're happy with your partner that you got.
Oh, I didn't say all that. I mean, would I have liked to have been paired with like Saphira? Yeah, girl. Saphira's been on like a 2-win streak maybe? Bitch, yeah. And also I think when I found out that I was paired with Nymphia, it was definitely kind of like, okay, of the people left, this might be one of the harder ones to get good. However, it did not feel like as much of a death sentence as being paired with Maya felt like. Which I love my girl, but Maya Iman LePage doing stand-up comedy is, that's not going to go well.
Let me ask you this though about Maya. When you were paired up with her, was it like, well, I mean, if you flop, then I'm probably going to be all good.
No.
Did you think both of you are sinking ship?
A baby. Well, let me tell you also, I'm glad that Maya is a good person.
Yeah.
And I'm also glad that, no, this is going to sound shady, okay? I don't mean it like that. I'm glad that she so obviously did a bad job as opposed to me because, baby, I wrote every word of that script. I made every slide in that presentation. I had every concept. So she could have been there and been like, Dawn did the whole thing. Fuck her, But she didn't. So thank you, Maya.
Speaking, we're talking about, people you're working with. Nymphia had this little trend throughout the entire season where she's always like, I can't do this. I can't do. How much of it is an act and how much of it is accurate?
I want you to ask her this when she's here. To me, it seemed like it wasn't an act, right? Like, I do think that she was genuinely nervous. Now, did she need to be so whiny about it? Maybe not. But I do think she was genuinely, like, pressed a bit, you know? Like, I don't think that she's in there being like, oh, I'm so bad at everything. Like, she's not doing all that. She's not doing all that, you know?
Some people are like that, though. When they are put under pressure, they kind of just, like, act, you know, like she was doing. I'm one of those people as well. Like, when I feel like I'm under pressure, like, I just kind of go with the flow and try to make everything a joke. So I feel like she kind of is that way, too.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that she was, like, calculatedly trying to, like, hide her skills or anything like that.
I just think it's hilarious. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do with the design challenges. And it was like the most beautiful thing we've ever seen on the
Well,
runway.
that's the thing is, she probably threw that together right at the end.
So talented.
Because she's so good at it. She was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. Blah, blah, blah. It's amazing. She's that talented. She is. Like, it's fine.
So with everyone that's left right now, and you look around the room and you're like, okay, the one to beat right now is who?
Well, let's dissect that question. At this point, was I trying to win? No. At that point, I was cooking a top 4 spot, baby. I was like,
Yeah, no, totally. Because I'm sure. We're back. We'll come back to that. We'll come back. Okay, before we go to what's going on right now, we were just talking about who you saw kind of as a,
yes.
And what we were saying while you guys were watching is like that probably changed throughout the season, right?
Oh, for sure. Well, yes, to an extent. Like, I kind of was of the boat there that the second I walked in, I was like, damn, Saphira's here. You know what I mean? I was like, she's gonna tear this shit up. And then Nymphia definitely was a bit of a surprise one for me. And at this point in the competition, you know, Saphira, Nymphia playing, they were kind of doing their things. I was like, I gotta edge out Morphine now, you know? And I was like, which one of these other white bitches can I take out? You know what I mean? I was like, I gotta fuck one of them up. So that was my path to top 4, okay?
I love that. It's like individually this one. All right, so tell me about this Adderall thing going on. What was going on with the Adderall?
Okay, I just think it's a funny story. So I have diagnosed ADHD, right? And so they let me have Adderall on set because I have a prescription for it. And when I tell you, those girls were fiending for my Adderall, okay? I was like, no, I am not getting kicked out of this set for giving y'all drugs. But every day they were like, please, Dawn, please. I was like, no!
Wait, did they give you your pills, like let you have them, or did they like distribute them to you every day?
No,
Here's
I just had my pill bottle.
Okay.
You know, like my prescription doctor, whatever shit. You know.
Can you imagine if they did
It's
do
like
that?
every morning I walk in,
here's
a
your
little silver pan of here's your 10 milligrams. We'll give you a 5 in about 6 hours.
6 hours, yeah.
Literally.
Okay, so let's go to this challenge that's going on right now. So, how are you feeling with Nymphia kind of shooting down every single idea that you're coming up with?
Right. So, here's the thing about that day, okay? And I don't think it really made it to air as much as I would have liked, unless they have more, but I don't think so. That day was the most fun I had on set the entire time I was there. Like, literally just, like, fucking around with the props and the paint, and, like, we were all playing with each other, like, painting on each other's walls. Like, it was so fun. And the thing about it was Nymphia was kind of pissing me off, okay? Because I was having so much fun trying to inject some, like, love and personality into it, and I'd be like, oh, we can do this or this or this, and she was just stank facing me, being so, like, you saw, and I was like, stop it, they're gonna use that in the edit, bitch, like, make it look like we're doing a good job. I was like, you fucking bitch. So I was frustrated with her, but at the end of the day, I was like having so much fun. At one point, I think I sat. Nymphia was out doing some like stupid like fuck around with Q and Morphine or something, and I literally just sat in the chair like holding that leg for like 20 minutes. It was great. I had so much fun.
I've asked I'm gonna ask now, but I've asked every single queen that comes, and and when she's here next week, I'm gonna ask her herself. How do you feel, and what's your relationship like with Plain Jane?
Oh, hold on, one more. No, I'm just kidding. I do wish that I could like have something juicy for you and say like, girl, Amanda's my best friend. I fucking hate that cunt, or like something, which is unfortunately not how I feel. Like, obviously, at this point, we were at top 6. We'd been around each other for a long time. I got kind of close to Plainie while I was there. Do I agree with everything she does and everything she says? No. Do I tell her when I don't agree? Yes. You know. So me and Plain have a good relationship.
Has it been an accurate depiction of Plain Jane?
I think she is a really lovely person.
You tell these white people the fucking truth.
Wait.
The show's back.
We're back. We're gonna come back to that. We're coming back. Don't worry. We're coming back.
Hey, look at me go.
So, just so that everyone knows exactly what was going on up here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So, you know, Plain Jane was showing, I guess, that she's human, and Batty decided to. It just kind of came out, and she said, "Oh, victim." And she was not.
Dawn
she lost
just
it.
lost
she lost
Girl,
the nail.
I
She
gagged so
dipped
hard.
into the ketchup.
I
everything.
spilled
Yeah.
my drink. My nail got in the ketchup. One of them popped off.
Yeah.
Bitch,
It
you
was-
got
yeah.
me.
All
You got
because
me.
of Plainie, girl.
Plainie. Plainie. Listen, that came from a really authentic place where I said, "You're not a robot? That is crazy."
How was it being on set, seeing this different side to someone that has kind of had this armor up the entire time?
Well, okay, so that morning, getting ready for that challenge was so emotional, intense, and rough. It was very early. And honestly, like, I think we were all kind of feeling not burnt out, but like, we'd been there a fucking while at that point, you know? And so it wasn't something that shocked me, but I was kind of like, oh, she's getting got a little bit by this whole process. Not in like a bad way, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really kind of sweet, honestly. And then I had to shake myself out of it and say, she's a cunt, you know, so. I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
Was it so jarring because this was her first time actually showing some emotion about how she was feeling regarding the competition?
No, for sure, because I think at that point, like, the way that she always came into every situation so adamant and confident and kind of aggressive, you know, seeing her in that capacity, I was just kind of like, I didn't think you, one, were capable of this, and two, willing to show it on television, to be honest. I was like, damn, girl, get into it. Love that for you. I will say, well, this might be a little nasty, but I guess I'll say it, is that she's crying about maybe not getting top 4. Aww.
She's not crying about losing like Q, bitch.
No.
She's crying about
She's
the
like-
next day ahead
like,
of her.
I
bitch.
want to fucking win. And I'm like, okay, yeah, girl. Sure.
Well, we just saw a very vulnerable moment with Saphira, Mother Saphira.
Yes.
It takes a really strong gal to be able to not only get yourself together, not one girl, you know, she got Maya together a couple times, and now here she is being the girl who's on, you know, to be the shoulder. She really pulled Plain out of what she was doing.
Right.
What was that like? Were you were obviously in the room with her, but where were you in conjunction to that happening?
Well, I was sitting right next to him. I instigated it. I don't know if you noticed, as I do. The thing about Saphira is that I think almost all of us had a moment with her like that. Like, she truly is one of the most caring and giving and kind souls that I've ever met. One thing that I'm kind of, I guess, disappointed in, but not mad about, obviously, is that, like, me and Saphira shared a station. I'll talk about this more.
Yeah, hold that thought. We're gonna come right back to that. Okay, we're gonna go back to
Oh, what I was saying about Saphira?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so me and Saphira shared a station in the workroom. Like, my stuff was here, her stuff was there. And so that meant that anytime that we were off camera or not mic'd or whatever, like, I could kind of come to her with my feelings about what's going on and whatever. I do remember at one point she said to me, she was like, because I was kind of nervous about something, don't remember what happened, and she said to me, Dawn, you could take a shit on that stage and they would live for it. And I said, okay, work, thank you, Saphira. But no, like, truly, she was such a rock for me while I was there, and I wish that we had portrayed more of our relationship on camera because it was really sweet. But no, I'm fucking obsessed with her. She's amazing.
She definitely
She's
has
incredible.
like that motherly like charm and just sweetness. Yeah. Like I wish it would have been like that. We got to see it from the very beginning because some of the girls that we've had here said that it was like from the jump, right?
Literally. No,
Yeah.
like maybe because the thing is that she genuinely cares about us. Like the sweetest person you've ever met. Yeah.
I love that. We've been playing a game with the girls, chop or mop. You know the game. So
I've seen.
We're gonna go.
It did in fact make me stop watching this season because y'all fuckers kept chopping my legs. You don't get it. No, just kidding.
So we're gonna go ahead and go through the looks, and you are going to chop them or mop them. We're gonna start with more.
Wait, chop or mop?
Mop. So mop is a term that you like steal, like you take it from them. You
okay.
want it.
All right, yeah. I got it. I'm there.
Cool. All right. So morphine, love.
Ooh, mop.
Mop.
I don't
That
have
was
the
good,
I don't have
right?
the ass for it, but mop.
Mop. Okay. You would definitely take it. Okay. Did you guys think so too? Yeah. Okay. Gorge. Nymphia, wind.
Oh my god, mop.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
That blue and the chains I think were like 3D printed or something. Like it was so sickening. It was so sickening.
That's sickening. Plain Jane.
Chop.
Chop.
Boring.
so
Bodysuit.
fast.
Who cares? Love you, Plain.
Were there enough chains?
She said boring batting suit. I just
feel
let me
like- I thought it was beautiful. It just wasn't enough chains, right?
Yeah.
Like it could have
Compared
been
to everybody.
No, it
could've-
was pretty. It was pretty.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
It was
Okay. Q.
fine. Chop.
Chop.
Yeah. It was just a lot of chains, you know.
I thought it was beautiful, but they were plastic, right?
I
Yeah.
said that too.
They look, which is fine, right?
Girl,
But-
imagine trying to pack metal chains.
No, no. But like the red color,
The red
because
made
they're
it look
plastic,
cheap.
so then it
Yeah.
looks cheap.
Yeah.
It looks
I mean,
plastic.
it's cute. It's
And
just
it's
not my
camera. It's on. They're on
favorite.
camera, so it's reading even.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
which I learned with the black. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that does not read on camera, which
Right,
I didn't
right.
realize.
Yeah.
I rouged that shit. It was mixture of cheetah and zebra print, and you can't tell any of it. I was like, whatever.
So Saphira, that was my favorite.
Oh, mop as fuck.
It was so good.
so good.
It was so good. Yeah, did you guys?
We loved it, and she had a
Agreed.
new shoe she featured tonight.
Yes!
Batty's paying attention.
A baby, a little 6-incher.
A little 6-inch heel.
Alright.
I clocked in tonight, gang.
Now, Dawn, what was the inspiration
There.
for your chain look tonight, Diva?
Oh my god. Okay, so my chain look actually has a bit of a long-winded story, so it might get cut off, but we'll see. So I actually came to Drag Race with a different chain look, and basically what happened is I coming there was like, all of my runways will be fine unless they put 80s and chains next to each other. And then I didn't say that to anyone, obviously, like it wasn't some sort of weird thing, but it just circumstance happened. And I was like, okay, so these are kind of similar. So you know what? I have some time to make something new, and I brought a bunch of extra fabric. I had them go out and get me a fuck ton of chains, and I made that shit in my hotel room between episodes.
Good for you.
Yeah. And because at that point it was top 6, I had no fucking wins. I was like, I have to do something to establish it, and you know.
Okay.
Hey Diva.
Yeah.
What's up?
Okay. Did anyone see this as well? I felt like
We just watched it. I
your
saw it.
partner was talking a whole lot, and I felt like there were times that you were kind of cut off. Maybe is that what happened? Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't blame Nymphia for that shit. It was like, I think that for us, we focused so much on the aesthetic, and, you know, Nymphia's not a joke writer, I'm not a joke writer, and I think that we were like, okay, we're both silly and charismatic, it'll be fun, and then, yeah, it just happened the way that it did, you know?
Did you get to see the other two teams do theirs at all?
No.
Or no? No, you didn't.
No.
Now, how about on the runway right now when they were showing them? Did you get to see it at that point, the other teams, or no?
No, I hadn't seen the other team till right now.
Okay, because sometimes...
All I knew was the joke that Saphira and Plain made at the end, because they kept saying it.
Okay.
The one that ended in segregation, that was really funny.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I knew was that Morphine and Q kept going, "Ah!" Just like all day. They're just like, "Ah!" I was like, okay.
So judging, it almost like you're kind of blind to it, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't know exactly what the other teams did.
No, for sure. And so then, like, watching it happen, like, you know, whatever happens, you can't say shit about it because you don't know. But also, it would have been weird if we were, like, sitting there watching. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes on the runway they'll actually either bring out a screen and you can we've watched like prior, you know what they've done. But let me ask you this: how do you consider the runway to play a very important role in?
I wasn't comfortable. It's not, why are y'all making it seem like it's tea? I'm getting comfy.
In your top and bottom decisions, how big of a role do you think that runway plays?
Well, it depends on for which queen. Oh.
Say
I'm
their
kidding.
name.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
But,
Fucking say their name, Dawn.
no, I'm not doing that. Y'all will get me in trouble, but not that much trouble. No, I think that the runway, it definitely plays a part, you know? And for me, like, watching the show, like, my whole life, I'm a fan, whatever, it always seemed like it was the distinctions, you know what I mean? The challenge is always going to be, like, what makes or breaks somebody, but maybe your runway's incredible, so you win. Or your runway sucks, so you're in the bottom, you know what I mean? Or your runway's amazing, so you're not in the bottom. Right. Snatch game, Nymphia, anyway. No, but honestly, that runway was so sickening. I don't think she deserved bottom.
And reason being is that I ask is because at this point you pretty have nothing to kind of go by. You don't know, so you're like, maybe you look at the runways and you're like, okay, maybe I can consider that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you know, I gotta be honest. Can I be honest?
yes, please.
At this point, not because of anything, baby, I was maybe 36 hours no sleep. Like, I'm being so serious. I worked myself to the bone at this point because I knew this is kind of what I was saying before. I knew that it was top 6. I knew I didn't have any wins. I knew that if I was gonna make it, then I had to, like, put it together, baby. So that's why I was like, I need to make a new runway. I need to da-da-da-da-da-da. And I think that because of that, like, I was truly mind mush at that point. Like, on this runway tonight, like, right there, I love Maya Lopez. I don't remember her because I was, like, blackout at that point.
Yeah, I mean, by this time, you guys are just so overworked, really, because you're, especially you trying to come up with a whole new runway at this point. Yeah, that has to be.
Drag race is drag race, bitch. You gotta, like I said, Plain, she was breaking the fuck down because that's where we were at. And honestly, I think it's like, you gotta have that stamina, you know? It's part of the competition.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us about this name thing with Saphira that you were gonna tell me about.
I did. I asked her to ask me about this because what happened, okay? The name things, I kept a detailed journal at Drag Race.
Ooh.
It had the challenges, the runways, who went home and when. I was journaling every night, talking about my feelings, whatever. And one of the things that I kept notes of was all the different names that RuPaul called Saphira. And during this challenge, Saphira said, "Hey, Donnie Pooh, do you have that list?" I said, "Yeah, baby." And I gave it to her. And then they used it in the challenge for their jokes.
I love that RuPaul's like, I love that. I thought it was hilarious.
Which, to be fair,
so funny.
To be fair, if I hadn't given it to them, like, it still would have been funny. But
Totally.
I just like looking back, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have done that, you know?
Also, do we all know who Mayan Lopez is?
She's George Lopez's daughter, and
yeah.
she is an angel. Sweetheart.
Yes, she's also a huge fan of Drag Race. She watches this show. The first thing she did when they announced that she was a judge, she messaged me and said, save me a seat at Roscoe's.
Oh my God.
She loves,
Mayan,
she watches all the time. Mayan, we love you.
Can I make a notice to a
Please,
note to Mayan?
say something.
When I said I didn't remember you, that was a joke. I was not blackout. I remember you and I love you. You were so sweet that night. I'm not even like damage controlling. I genuinely, she was so nice. I loved her.
She's gonna message me. She'll be like, fucking Dawn.
Yes! She's gonna message me and be like, what is the truth, Dawn?
Well, Dawn,
No.
speaking of people you love, before we talk about the judges' critiques, it
Yeah.
seems like you really liked Amanda. Y'all had a great relationship while she
Yeah.
was there. Now, did that come from you feeling protective of her against her odds that she was going against, or did you really develop a good relationship?
No, honestly, like, I am a little bit, like, bad at making friends, to be honest. Like, I'm not one to, like, go out and say, let's hang out. I'm very introverted, whatever. And Amanda just had this, like, magnetic energy that I loved, and I was immediately drawn to her. And she's one of the closest people that I've been able to get to in years, and I genuinely love her. And like the whole me defending her thing was more so just that like Plain kept trying to downplay it, where she'd be like, yeah, I gave you some unsolicited advice. I was like, no, it was not just unsolicited advice. You called her a rotten troll. She didn't actually do that, but yeah, that was the vibe.
Which brings me back to, we were talking about Plain Jane's depiction on the show and whether it was accurate, and then we got interrupted, and we couldn't, and you couldn't really answer that part. Do you think it's an accurate depiction of Plain Jane?
I think that it is semi-accurate in that the things that happened all happened. I do think that maybe she was a little nastier on occasion. I don't know. But she really is a multifaceted diva, and I really love her. Anyway.
Please make some noise for Miss Dawn.
Yes.
You know, Dawn,
Thank you.
watching this back right now in Untucked, your professional, you're talking about, not having a win and wanting to stand out, and you really need this win, you want this one. I have to tell you this, you didn't get any wins, but you always stood out.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Please don't take, you being safe
Yeah.
for not being noticed or not standing out, because
Yeah.
you definitely stood out, and you could look at this season and you know exactly who Dawn is.
Oh,
So
thank you.
Please,
Thank
please
you.
take that with. Now, okay, so
What I will say before
yes,
you go
for it.
is that between my elimination and now, I chugged this whole thing. So, ask me whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
So listen, the morning of usually or 2 days before, what the elimination song.
Oh, are we gonna talk about body?
We're gonna yes, we're gonna talk about body.
That was so shady.
They give you the elimination
Girl.
song, so you know which one
Yeah,
it's gonna
you
be.
know which one.
So at that point, when they're like, Morphine, Dawn, you're in the bottom. What are your thoughts exactly?
Oh my God. What were my thoughts? Jesus. When they told us the song was Body, I looked at Q and I looked at Plain. I said, one of us. It's one of us. And then when it was me okay, I've been telling this story to my close circle of friends. Just kidding, I'm not breaking my NDA. But listen, you're standing there on stage in a skin-tight dress made of chains, and you're across from the BBL Queen of Miami. And the producer presses play on Body by Megan Thee Stallion. Girl, I knew I was going home. I was like, fuck it. Like, it was done, girl. Yeah, for sure.
How was the energy that day? I've heard previous contestants say, I started that day and I just knew it. Is that something that you felt that day? No.
No. Now listen, I think I carried a bit of delusion into Drag Race, but I will say I think you need to have a bit to make it that far, and I think that's what got me so far. And that, oh, sorry, we're back.
And we're back.
Girl.
Y'all.
Do you have a question?
You? Do you have a question?
No, do you?
Oh, I thought
do you have a
was going to
question?
say that. Yeah, actually, what I do have is to say thank you to our VIP members. We want to send some special shout outs to some special members. Let's start that off with Brandon, which is, how would you pronounce that? Because it has the A-N at the end.
Brandon,
yeah.
Brandon.
So Brandon in LA. Hi, Brandon.
hello to Lucas in Brazil. Thank you so much for watching us, baby.
All the way in Maine. Thank you to Matt for watching. We appreciate you.
All the way in China, Alejandro.
Hello to Jorge in San Diego.
Ooh, and as well in Brazil, big shout out to Marcos. Thank you for being a VIP member.
We have Dahir in Leicester, UK. I don't know that I got that right, girl. I don't know that I got that right at all. But anyway, hey, girl, hey.
Hello to Tyson in New Zealand. Hey, yo.
All the way in Spain. Thank you to Juno. We appreciate you.
Why couldn't I get that one?
This is Vlad. Hello to Vlad in Bucharest.
We got Ricardo. There we go. Look that easy.
There
Ricardo in Colombia. Te mando besitos. Gracias, mi amor. There we go. I can't get shit like that.
In Cleveland, Ohio, big shout out to Corey. Thanks for being a VIP member.
Big shout out to the University of Florida. Hello, Jacob.
We got Lisa in Seattle. Hi, Lisa.
Also in China, big shout out to our VIP member, Pori. Thank you, Diva.
And rounding it out with David in Gladstone, Australia. Thank you so much for watching us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And continue to keep the comments coming. And if you haven't joined our VIP members, go ahead and do so. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
You get lots of extra little content. It's cute. So join us. With that said, tell me, how is the energy in Untucked right now?
I don't know. It's crazy because that whole night to me was such a blur because there's something about trauma. You know what I mean? And I remembered that there were video messages that night. Until this second, I couldn't tell you who. I had no idea. The energy for me was very, man, fuck. You know? And I do remember Saphira telling me a couple weeks later that she wasn't sure who was going that night, and then she said that we got into Untucked, and I was so kind of sad, dejected, kind of done with it, that she was like, oh shit, it's Dawn, you know? Which was interesting to me that she had that kind of foresight, but yeah, I don't know, I was, like I said in there, I was just really sad, and I was letting myself feel that because every single week I came in so positive, so energetic, so fun, whatever. And then that night I was just like, I just don't feel like it tonight. I'm sorry.
Do you think that played a role in your final performance? Like,
of Body?
Other than the song, Naysha?
or of the toilet.
but you know what I mean. Like, overall, was it affecting like everything that you were doing?
I don't think it affected the toilet. I think at that point I was still kind of running on adrenaline and like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then honestly, I think what I will say, I think it could have affected my lip sync, and that I could have pulled like a Charlie Hides or some shit and just been like, stand there and do nothing. But I do remember about maybe 25 seconds before the lip sync started, I was really sad and I didn't know what to do. And then I was like, girl, fuck it. Have fun. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? And so, yeah. I think I could have let it affect me, but I didn't.
You're only getting half of the story.
Yes. YouTube, Dawn.
Decided to leave via plane. So
No, she went to go potty. Anyway, okay, so it's kind of crazy that you have the song "Body," then you have morphine, lipstick. I have to give it to Dawn because at that point, I probably would have pulled that. I would have been like, you know what, fuck, I'm not doing this. Like,
Yeah.
it should, you, like, seriously? You know what I mean?
Kara, how would you have felt in that? Would you have been defeated, or would you like?
I'm a lip sync assassin. I would have ate morphine up. I know that front to back. However, the song with the visual she was giving, she may have taken it. She may have taken it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not to say that anyone can't beat Miss Morphine. You know what I mean? But it's like,
If we're talking aesthetic.
I feel like it would mentally fuck with somebody. You know what I mean? Because you're like, what the fuck? It's like right now with what you're wearing, right? And then they put, and then you get what I'm
Put
saying?
on body, bitch.
Well, no, not
Well,
body.
Prince
bitch.
has ass. He can
They
pull his
put-
little ass cheeks out.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, and they put a Prince song on. You know what I mean? And then I'm like,
Over.
oh, bitch,
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
leaving.
yeah. Oh, I'm
you know what I
leaving, yeah,
mean?
for
I'm
sure.
like, it's just like, but listen, Dawn put up a fight, which
She
I
did.
love, and I do love that Dawn said she didn't let it get to her, like feel defeated, because we've had a lot of girls come here and say, that day I just felt it.
Or they heard the song choice and they're like,
And
I already know.
And I know it's me. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So the fact that, did you guys notice Dawn said it was the most fun she had the entire season? And I think that is pretty awesome because
Yeah.
by this time, everyone is so overworked and so exhausted that everyone's kind of like, I just want this shit to be over, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the fact that Miss Dawn was still having a good motherfucking time, she's back. We were just saying, Dawn, I love that you said what you said in the beginning, that at this point, this is the most fun with this challenge that you had ever had. And we don't usually get that from girls we're going to come back to this.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Dawn!
Thank you.
Wonderful run. Wonderful run.
Yes.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Love.
Mwah.
I find it interesting. You were talking about being an introvert. Do you consider yourself an introvert?
I consider myself like an extroverted introvert, you know, like there's this thing called ambiversion, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like at my core, I am very, very introverted. I love time alone. I love to recharge and play my games and read my books. But then I think that Dawn is kind of the thing about me that lets out that extroversion, because when I'm in drag, I'm always very like fun and personable and like kiki. But that's what depletes my battery the most, you know? It's what really recharges me is like being alone in my room, like watching reality television and playing that new Princess Peach game.
Oh
that
my
just
God,
came
I can't-
out. Oh my God. No, I literally, bitch, I went to GameStop today. Earlier, before I started getting a drag, and I went and picked it up.
I can't wait till we're done because I'm gonna buy it when I get home. Dawn, I love you.
Do we have
even
any
more.
gamers in the audience? Yeah, we do.
So Dawn, you'll have
I
to share
love
your
that.
Switch
Yes,
code with us.
text me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Absolutely,
Okay,
you can.
cool.
Just made my whole
so,
night.
I would like to say something about the note that Saphira gave me specifically. And what I want to say about that is a little bit of a plug, because I'm sure that none of you have been in your phones while we're watching this, but after my elimination tonight, we have just announced the release of a Dawn verse book kind of thing. It includes scans of my runways, photo shoots, journal entries that I wrote while I was at Drag Race, once I got home from Drag Race, and Saphira's note in full is included in that. So if you would like to purchase a copy, please go to upuntildawn.net. I'm really excited about it. It's more than just a lookbook, okay? It really, like I said, I kept a journal the whole time I was there, and there was a lot of emotion and things that I was feeling throughout it. So,
And
please.
is this the first of its kind? Because I've heard some of the girls talk about like their experience and stuff like this, but I think this is the first time where it's been a collection of it, like an actual
Experience
I
book.
behind
think
the
maybe
Right,
scenes.
behind
yeah.
the scenes
It's
and
like,
your photos.
baby, I gave my journal to my manager, my merch manager, and I said, read this shit and scan whatever the fuck you want. Okay? So I don't even know everything. Well, I will before it releases, but at this moment, I don't know everything that's included. It's gonna be. It might be honestly because I kept so much stuff from when we recorded the show about how I was feeling and what I was going through. And I'm excited to share with you guys.
And I want to ask you a question, but before we do, I want to say goodbye to the front bar. We're going to play music and all that kiki up there. If you want to be a part of the Q&A, you're more than welcome to come back here and join us. But bye, front bar.
Bye, front bar.
We're going to put some music on up there. Okay, I want to ask you, after your experience, and mind you, this is not all of your drag, but your experience on Drag Race. What do you want your legacy to be from the competition? Like, when they think of Dawn, what is it that you want them to take away from this competition?
You know, I think that, I think I want people to understand that, like, everything I say and all that shady shit that I'm getting at, that you love, it's all, like, very sarcastic. It's very playful. It's very fun. You know what I mean? And more than anything, like I was saying in that very last Untucked, I think the world could use more fun. I think we all could use more, like, less taking things seriously, you know? And I think that that's kind of the mark that I would like to make, is that, like, we can be shady, we can be playful, we can even be a little hateful, and it doesn't have to be that serious, you know? Like, the nasty, nasty things I've said, I have not received a single text from any of my sisters saying that was too far, because they get it. It's fun, okay? Take things less seriously, please.
Now, you included Saphira's letter in this book. Would you say that that's who you grew the fondest of?
Yes, okay, so I guess I'll share this here. I don't know if it's an announcement, because honestly I'm kind of confused, but I did brunch with Saphira in February, okay? And she told me, people kept joking, like, mother-daughter brunch, mother-daughter brunch. She looked at me and she said, "Oh, baby, that's not a joke. You're a crystal." I said, "Okay, mother." So, like, I don't have a drag mother, but if I did, it's Saphira. I love her.
I have to say really quick, when you did that, your mother, who's sitting right over there.
Oh, my God,
Wait, hold on. I saw your mother right now, and she said, "Bitch, what?" She done looked all around like, who the fuck she calling mother? Wait a minute.
I guess I'll say it now. I didn't want to say it earlier, but my boyfriend, my mother, and two of my best friends are here tonight, and I didn't want to say, yes, give it up. I didn't want to say it earlier because I didn't want anyone to be like, why? Why would your mom? She lives in North Carolina. Why is she here? Baby, it's because I went home.
Support, that's why.
Exactly.
It was so cute. She was
Hi, Mom.
She was looking around.
You.
It was so good. We had a couple of VIP questions. One in particular from Jeremy from New Jersey.
Sure.
He wanted to know, who do you think was the bigger villain of the season, you or Plain Jane?
Okay, so I want to reassess what a villain is, okay? Because let me establish my definition, and then I'll answer the question, okay? Because, listen, to me, is the villain the person instigating the drama, creating the content, creating the fun, the reason that you're watching? If that's the case, I'll take the villain role. Why not? Is the villain the person bullying, being nasty, making enemies? Not me. Yeah. Is it plain? I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. But it's not me, baby, okay? So am I a fun villain? Yeah, I'll take that. Why not?
Maybe not so much villain, but you had a spoon in your hand a majority of the
Girl,
season.
you know what I like to say? No, you know what I like to say is I say, I'm never going to start shit, but I'm going to make damn sure it doesn't end.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay, speaking of that, we have another VIP question from East John in Puerto Rico. They're living for you. They said, are there any shady moments that did not make the cut that you wish would have?
Oh, damn. Well, girl, they aired all of mine, so no in that regard. I guess I could share some of my unaired reads. I think that's fine.
Oh, I like those, yes.
I said to Saphira, bitch, you're drag royalty in that you look inbred, which I think is fun. I said to Morphine, I said, I didn't want to waste my time preparing something that you wouldn't understand.
With that GPA.
And then
honey.
I said to Maya, I said, I've been keeping a detailed list of every single one of your runways so that my therapist knows exactly what keeps me up at night. Which I think is fun.
Those are so good. Why did we see them?
I don't know.
I live.
Ashley in Scotland, she wants to know, and I've been wondering ever since we saw you in your first confessional. You wear a key in your ear.
Yes.
What is the significance, and does it open anything?
Yes, so my jewelry in my confessional was very intentional, very plotted, very planned out. So the key is a key to my mother's house that has now sold in North Carolina, where I grew up. I hope they changed the lock because I do still have a key. And on top of that, I also had 2 rings, one of which is just a ring that my mom gave me, and the other one was a very special ring that my mom gave me that she wore while she was breastfeeding me. And so basically all the jewelry that I wore in my confessional was a very intentional choice to like keep my family close to me and keep me grounded in that capacity.
Gorgeous.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I love that.
Gorgeous.
We have Khadijah from Toronto was asking about your makeup. Your makeup is very particular.
I don't wear makeup.
It's very trademark. She wants to know, for someone that's starting off with doing drag makeup, do you have any specific tips?
Yes, absolutely. My main tip for starting drag makeup is copy other people. Watch makeup tutorials, pick makeup that you think looks good and copy it, and then eventually learn to adapt it to your own face. Because that's what I did. It's like I would copy the people that I thought was sickening, and then I would learn how to adapt it to my specific bone structure. And watching other people that are really proficient at the craft do it is really, really helpful in getting good at it. Yeah. And practice. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Don't go in public if you don't want to. It's fine. Do it in your room and then take it off. It's fine.
Who are some of your inspirations for your, not only your makeup, but just your aesthetic and your look? Like, even the fairy, the ears. Do you come out every week? I'm like, oh, bitch, is she going to have ears on? What color is she going to be? Like, I just live. What is that?
So when I was first starting drag, some of my main inspirations were Sasha Velour, who I fucking love. Very proud to call her a friend now. That's gaggy as fuck. Aja, I don't know. Like, that All Stars 3 mug had a choke grip on me. And also Crystal Method. I think that she was the first person that I saw on TV that really like showed me that like drag does not have to be like pretty. And not to say that she's not gorgeous. I'm gorgeous. She's gorgeous. But like it doesn't have to be that like pretty lady. Like I have never considered myself a female impersonator. I don't try to look like a woman. I am trying to look like some weird kind of femme creature. You know what I mean? And I think Crystal was really big for me in realizing that that was like an option,
Okay, well put. To piggyback off that with another VIP question from Anthony, what do you think about judges like Michelle saying they would like you to switch things up with your aesthetic that is so quintessentially part of your aesthetic?
I love that critique. I just wish they gave it to more people.
Fair.
Like it's absolutely no shade, and I genuinely don't mean this as like a derogatory whatever, but like Morphine has one of the best mugs that I've ever seen on Drag Race, but it is the same every week, And that's fine. So why am I there getting red for doing the same makeup every week, So I think it's a great critique to like push someone out of their comfort zone, but let's try to push that to other people, that are doing the same
the pretty
thing
girls
too.
need to be ugly too.
Okay, not too much.
Is that what you said?
The pretty girls should, like Saphira tonight, experimented with kooky whatever.
Yeah.
I'd love to see more girls that think they're just pretty experiment and do something like interesting and crazy,
And we talked about that here before where one girl, it's like, oh, that's her signature look. And then they go to the other girl, you need to change that.
Literally,
and it's like,
okay, let me add something. Let me add something to that answer. Maybe we don't need to change people's signature makeup. Like, maybe like don't say that. And if you're gonna say it to everybody. Like, I don't know. At this point, drag is so oversaturated. If you have a signature, you need to keep doing it.
Totally.
That's how I feel.
These are things that make you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So,
for
I
sure.
mean, keep doing it. And I get it in a competitive space where it can be like, okay, you're doing the same thing over and over, whatever, blah,
Sure.
blah, blah, whatever.
I guess I
But-
did tell Plasma to diversify. But,
I think that's it for our VIP questions. Please submit our more VIP questions. We have next week. Well, before I talk about next week, today at 10:30, with the Friday Night Lights cast, we'll be all taking the stage and we'll be performing. So stick around for the performances. As for VIP members, next week we have Plain Jane.
Nymphia.
And Safira Cristal.
All three of them. Our website literally crashed when we were selling
y'all
the
are
tickets.
wild.
it crashed for Nymphia and Safira.
Yeah.
But don't let
kidding.
don't let
I'm
But
joking.
We have plenty of standing room available, so please come and stand around. It's going to be a lovely, lovely time next week. So please submit questions for them three for next week's Q&A.
And speaking of questions, Batty and I are going to make our way around now. So just put your hand in the air. We'll walk towards you, get your
Make
name,
our
and then
way
your
around.
question. Make them good, all right?
Please.
We're gonna start-
Make these
please.
questions count. Make them count.
All right, we're gonna start right here in the front.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
First, a huge shout out to the Roscoe's production team. Sean helped me get my family to their first drag show, so I'm
Thank you,
very
Sean.
grateful. Also, YouTube does not do you justice. All of you are so stunning. Oh my gosh. That said, I'm a Naysha Lopez stan, so I love you so much.
All right, I gotta go.
But my question is for Dawn. Dawn, I think the world wants to know, did you see Saphira's suitcases? Because what the heck?
Girl, I saw him. Like I said, we shared a station, okay? I was very intimately familiar with Saphira's suitcases. And what I will say, that bitch didn't cheat. She did not break the rules. She had an elaborate team of talented packers, okay? Like, they knew what the fuck they were doing. The flowers folded in, okay? That big fucking blue dress, she boned it while we were there, okay? Like, the pumpkin was inflatable. Like, she just, it was an artful, skillful pack job. And she ate.
Okay.
Ate.
That's so sickening. That's so sickening.
Right? Our next question's right up here up front. What is your name, babe?
My name is Steele.
Hi, Steele.
My question's for you. I was wondering if it was hard carrying narration all season long.
How are your shoulders? Yes.
Was it difficult? No. Because, well, okay. Was it difficult while I was doing it? No, because when I tell you, I saw some sort of tweet or whatever that was like, damn, they filmed that so early in the morning, blah, blah, blah. Dawn's got to put on a little key. I was like, me rolling in at 7 a.m. ready to be a client. Like, I had so much fun in confessionals. Like, truly, I'd like to say that I was too comfortable, but I think it made for good television, so like, I'm fine with it.
It absolutely did.
Watching it back, a lot of bitches got a lot to say, so shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Work. I love it.
Oh, we enjoyed it. I loved it.
All right, we got a question right here.
Hey, my name's Erica. This question is for Naysha. I'm going to ask the thing.
Can I answer it too?
Sure.
Okay.
I honestly think it's important. So given the conversation that you had with Landon and with Tenderoni, how are you feeling about Drag Kings on Drag Race?
How do I feel what?
About Drag Kings on Drag Race at this point?
Drag Kings on Drag Race. So, did you get to watch the video, by the way, or no? Okay.
Did you watch both parts? Because there are two parts.
There's two
Did you watch
parts.
the whole video?
But it's okay for those who didn't watch the video. I'll elaborate on it. I made a decision based on my experience and my thoughts. I said, well, I want to be judged. I would want to be judged fairly, right? And in saying that, I was saying, well, I think maybe they should have a Drag Race Kings edition, right? Because I'm thinking, I want to be judged fairly. Maybe we need 7 or 8 or 10 people to get all that exposure. But what I was missing was that it's going to be that much harder for the viewers, to get people to watch, all that good stuff. And then I wasn't thinking about what they wanted. And what they want is the exposure on the same platform. What I heard was, I don't give a fuck about being judged fairly. I just want the same opportunities. When I hear that, I receive it. And like I told Tenderoni and like I told Landon, I apologize because I was thinking based on solely my experience. And this is why we had the conversation. And with that said, I want to let people know that it's okay to have a difference in opinion because it's an opinion. It wasn't hate speech, it was an opinion. And when you have a difference in opinion, you can sit down and have an open discussion. And when presented with a new perspective and new information, I'm allowed to change my mind. Do you see what I mean?
Amen.
And that is exactly what happens. I think that they should be given the same opportunity as everybody else. So there you go.
And just real quick, I want to
Mama,
shout out, Tenderoni is in the house tonight.
Hey.
And we fucking love you, boo-boo.
Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling.
Go ahead, Kara.
Our next question's right over here for you, Dawn. What is your name, babe? And
Is
what
that
your question?
JK? Girl. Hi, Jay.
Hi, bitch.
How you doing?
I'm alive. Wait, no, I had a bit. Shut the fuck up. Give me a second. Hi, my name's Jordan, longtime fan, first-time listener. So my question for you, are you this much of a nasty, rotted cunt in person as well? And also, what's next?
Baby, you know damn well I am. Come on. No, am I this much of a nasty, rotted cunt in person? I think the answer is no. However, I do think that I like to have a good time. I like a little bit of sarcastic shade, okay? So if you've ever been in a competition with me, just know in the Uber home, I was talking mad shit, okay? Now, was I ready for that to be aired on national television? Yes. No, actually I was, yeah. Yes. I'm fine with it. And what's next? Well, I'm gonna take a big nap, I think. Maybe for a couple years even. I'm kind of tired. Being on TV is a lot. No, I'm just kidding. Baby, we got YouTube content. I'm starting a Twitch stream. We got a book coming out. I'm gonna be on tour. Unfortunately, if you're sick of me, I'm not going anywhere. So, you know.
Love that. And to piggyback off that question, if the opportunity were to present itself not tomorrow, let's say in a couple years, would All Stars be something that you would do? Yeah,
absolutely. Oh my God.
She's like, yes.
I loved being on Drag Race. I had so much fucking fun. I don't give a fuck what they do to me. I don't give a fuck what happens. I want to go back. I would have so much fun. And put me on with Amanda, please. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Ah! Anyway.
All right, we got a question right here. Stand up for me, babe. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Karam. Hi, Don. My question is regarding the show. So when you guys had the challenge, they always show like just a little bit of it, a tease of it, and then they cut back and it's like this immaculately done thing.
Yeah.
So my question is, in between then, like, how do you guys make the selection of what to do, where to place the art, like what toilets to get, what sounds to use? You know, that I'm always questioning that. So please, if you would elaborate.
I would love to. I think that basically the core of it is that every single decision that is made for that bathroom was made by me and Nymphia, like boots, okay? There are schematics, there are audio recordings, there is everything under the sun, okay? Now, do me and Nymphia paint every wall? Do we move every piece of furniture? No, okay? Like, that's not reasonable. But every single thing that happens is under our direction, okay? So that was fully our bathroom, boots, yeah.
Love. Our next question is right over here. What is our name and what's our question?
Hi. My name's
Hi.
Dean.
Hi.
Hi. So first off, I just want to say, even based on your promo look with the elf ears, I was like instantly obsessed.
Slay.
And so glad that we had an elf queen. So my question is, I know you talked about some of your influences, but what made you do like the elf ears or like the kind of more like elf look specifically?
Yeah. Honestly, it's a really interesting question to me because I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan. I'm not like into the elven culture. I'm not gonna go to a Ren fair. I'm sorry. Okay. If you want to, that's so sickening. I love that for you. That's not my judge. However, to me, I don't know how I found them, but once I did, it felt almost like the way that an eyeliner snatches the face, it feels like an elf ear snatches the skull. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that silhouette, like I'm kind of accentuating here with the cabbage leaf, you know? Like, it snatches it a little bit instead of just being like a round little thing. So, yeah, aesthetically, I just really liked it. And then obviously I think that like the alternativeness of it, like it set me apart, so I liked it.
All right, got a question right over here, Don.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Well, actually, I got eliminated tonight, so it kind of sucks. But
Girl,
I'm
girl,
a
we know
little
how you
drunk
doing.
with cunty bitches.
Anyway,
so.
my name's Luis Felipe, and my question is, let's be honest. Or
Lesbian.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, boots.
Who is that drag king or drag queens from this?
Who is a drag queen?
From this season.
How many cocktails have you had, sir?
No, go.
She's holding
I
two
have
glasses
never met
right
a drag
now.
queen in my life.
No, hold on. Who are the drag queens
Yeah.
that you wanted to kai
Fuck?
with? Because we know.
Oh yeah, your dream. Who did you dream about? That's
Oh,
what I
yeah. I wanted to ask her that
Oh, you had
upstairs.
dreams.
Okay. That was long-winded.
We got there.
I guess I have to think about whether or not I want to answer this question truthfully.
The truth will set you
Okay.
free.
If you want,
Okay.
you could tell me, and I'll tell everyone next week.
No, because she'll be here.
Oh!
And I'll leave it at that, I guess.
Things
Well,
just
we got a
got
33%
interesting.
I'll leave it
chance
at
of
that.
guessing who it is.
Burgers, bananas, or boobs. One of these things. Yeah.
I was going to say burgers, bananas, or sleuth foot.
Whoa. It's not Saphira because that's mom.
That's
so
mother.
That's not Saphira. Plain Jane or
It's Jane.
Nivea.
It's Jane.
It's
I have
plain.
no
You like
idea.
all that nasty treatment.
Now, what I will say, regardless of who you want to think it is, I don't want to fuck them. Did I have a sexual dream about them while at Drag Race? Maybe. But do I want to fuck them now? No. So does it matter? No.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then just tell us.
It was you, Naysha.
It was me.
I heard you coming from All Stars, and I said, "Oh my God."
I can't deal. Our next question's right up here. Stand up for me. What's her name and what's her question?
Hi, my name is Jack. Hi, Donnie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, sickening.
Well, eliminated, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Top 6, right?
Okay. All right, so my question is, we talked about some girls with the same looks, like morphine, who are getting praised for their mug and whatever. So do you think your unique look, which is cunty, do you think that was an advantage or a disadvantage for you on the race?
So, thank you for the question. What I want to say is, one, any morphine slander or shade will not be tolerated. Okay? No, I know. I'm just saying it to them, to you, Tube, okay? I love morphine. It was just an example, okay? However, what I will also say is that I definitely do think that my, like, signature whatever was an advantage on the show. And part of that advantage I think that I'm really proud of is that I came in, and I will say that, like, the first, like, 5 episodes, I was doing a lot of the same mug just because I was kind of panicked. Like, okay, do the Dawn thing that you do. It's fine. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 a little bit, like, that was me, like, pushing myself outside of a comfort zone that I had never been in before. And I'm really proud of myself for experiencing that way for the first time on Drag Race and it looking so good. Like, I was like, work, bitch. So, yeah.
We got time for one more question. So it
One
better be-
more.
We're what do you call it when
She's
you
filtering the
Oh
question.
my God, I'm filtering.
Is
All right,
it a
we have
good
one
one?
right
We're
here.
getting a good one.
Is it a good one?
It's about Dawn. It's for Dawn.
Well,
thank
I hope
God.
so.
It's not for you.
I hope so.
Dawn,
What's your name?
Jackson.
My name's Dawn.
Jackson
Oh.
Zink. I've been eating you up since episode 1. I love all your outfits. I want to know what your favorite and your least favorite outfit that you did of all season is.
Easy question. What did you say, Jay? Oh, I thought you had some shit to say. So my favorite runway that I did was 110% True Colors. That sleepy little bedtime guy. Like 100% obsessed. I love him. And okay, I also had a lot of questions. I always refer to that runway as like a he him. And people were like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, I don't know, like it just gives little guy energy, you know? Like that doesn't feel womanly to me. So he him, why not? My least favorite was Cher. I just like not obsessed with that runway of mine. It was a chop, if you will.
Oh.
She's coming for us.
She's coming for
I'm coming for you specific. No, just
Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for our special guest, Dawn! Yes! Do not forget. Don't forget, 10:30. Dawn is taking the stage at 10:30, so do not go anywhere.
Boots.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep that energy going for Miss Caramel Debut.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Naysha. Y'all, please keep it going for everyone's favorite auntie, Batty Davis.
Thank you. Oh, you know
and
what?
keep it going for my love, Naysha Lopez.
Thank you guys so much. Next week, we have those 3 queens. It's going to be fucking crazy up in here. I hope to see you guys next week, but more importantly, at 10:30 when the show starts. VIP and all our members that subscribe, thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you haven't already done so, please do so. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I love you, YouTube.